Solis, probably Rainbow Six Siege's most overpowered defender at one point, but over the past 2 seasons, they have killed this operator. Or have they? Today, I'm going to be going over the entire lifespan of Solis from when she was released to current day, and how maybe she might just be one of the most underrated defenders for this upcoming season of Year 9 Season 3 Operation Twin Shell. Now before we get started, if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Go follow my Twitch, Twitter and TikTok, all in the description of this video. And without further ado, let's jump straight in there and tell you why Solis is Rainbow Six Siege's most overpowered defender. Now, to start things off, we need to go over the history of Solis. Solis was released on December 7th, 2022. On release, she had her P90, her ITA shotgun, her SMG11, and access to impact grenades and proximity alarms. The whole gameplay loop with Solis when she was released started off in the prep phase. With the Spec IO, you could hunt down drones and deny the attackers from getting any intel in the prep phase. Then, during the round, all you would do is just survive, roam, get below sight in the last couple seconds, or above, and then just deny the plan. It was rinse and repeat. She was overpowered. You could not drone, because as soon as you went on your drone, you could see that people were droning by a phone indicator. So, she was also the queen of runouts as well. Overall, during this time period, Solis was probably the best defender that we've ever seen, because you could not do one of the core gameplay loops of the game, and that being droning. So, 2 years later, in Year 9 Season 2, yes, they left her this overpowered for 2 years, they finally got around to doing a nerf. And this nerf was quite good. I was a big fan of it. It consisted of removing her ability to use her gadget in the prep phase. They also decreased the amount of time you could have running the Spec IO from 20 down to 10 seconds. They also made it so you have to wait for the Spec IO to fully recharge to the maximum bar for you to be able to activate it, so you couldn't just flick it, look around sight, and then deactivate it. And finally, they reduced the range in which Spec IO could detect electronics from 12 meters down to 15. And on top of that as well, they removed one of the most broken parts about Solis, where you would go below sight, impact, and P90 spray. They removed the impact grenades. So now, people have adapted and decided to run the ITA shotgun with the SMG11, so they can shotgun holes below the sight and deny any plants without having to use impacts. Now, from the beginning of Year 9, we were told by the devs themselves that Solis would undergo 2 phases of nerfs. The first phase would happen in Year 9 Season 2, in which, as previously stated, they would try to tackle her Spec IO. So, after those bunch of nerfs coming to Solis, I was quite curious, along with the rest of the community, as to what they're actually going to do with the second phase of the Solis nerfs. And lo and behold, they completely changed up Solis. Let's start with the base Spec IO changes. Only the center of the screen will detect enemy gadgets now. Gadgets will not show their identity until overclock gets activated, which is a new mechanic to the Spec IO. Minimum regain energy to use the Spec IO reduced from 50 was 100, which was amazing change. I love this change. So it now allows you to just flick below sight and figure out where they're planting. Scan mechanic redesigned into overclock mode, like I already said. Overclock mode identifies every gadget in the center of the screen. Overclock lasts for 10 seconds. Overclock has 1 charge ability at the start of the round. A charge is added every 25 seconds. Max charge per match, that's free. During overclock mode, the Spec IO will emit a warning signal, so if you're on a drone, you can see that you're being scanned by Solis. Only observation tools within Solis's detection range of 12 meters will see this. Now, there's a lot of changes inside the Spec IO here, but overall, I think it's a good rework. It does bring a lot more power to how everyone else seems to play her before the nerf, where you would sit below sight, flick the Solis scanner. If you think they're planting there, just throw an impact or use shotgun and SMG. Now, they have added some risk and reward to playing Solis, because you're playing a guessing game. You need to guess whether what you're looking at is the bomb going down or just a drone on site. However, if you don't feel like taking a guess, you can activate overclock mode and see what you're looking at immediately. But that's not completely a risk too as well, because if it is a drone and somebody is on that drone, they can tell that they're being scanned by an IO scanner and come to their team. Hey, Solis is below sight. So, with that being said, that is how Spec IO works in the current patch of Year 9 Season 3, and I'm going to help break it down for you and tell you exactly how you should be playing Solis in Year 9 Season 3 Operation Twin Shell. Now, another thing that you can do with the new Solis rework is you're able to ping gadgets and electronics that you see through walls with your Solis scanner to your entire team to see. Now, for example, I have a Jackal, Tala, outside right here, and I can yellow ping this. This allows anyone on my team to know that there's currently an attacker outside and they're using an electronic. However, what's bad about this is it could be anything. I could be pinging drones, I could be pinging a blitz shield, I could be pinging a lying scan, I could be pinging anything. But with overclock, when you activate it and then you yellow ping for your teammate, I missed the yellow ping, I'm horrible. When you yellow ping it for your team to see, actually shows up as a Jackal scanner. So now everyone in your team knows that that's a Jackal outside. Now, if you're good at the game and you understand default takes and default positions for players, diffusers and drones to be, you can do a bit of guesswork and guess what each item you're looking at in your IO scanner is. For example, right now I will guess right above me is diffuser. I can guess that in this corner here is a drone because it's right under the big window. And I can guess through process of elimination, this right here is a player. However, I'm not 100% on that. I'm not going to have a single clue what I'm looking at until I either activate my scanners or I swing into dorms myself. So, what I recommend you do is, because you get them you get a lot of these later in the round. So, I would save one of your IO scanners, overclocks, for the end of the round. And I would make sure as well that you utilize the full bar of your IO scanner so that you get the full usage of a battery. So, I'm letting it run out, 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 and then activate scanner overclock. And now I can see everything. I was correct about everything. Why? Because I scripted this shit, pussy. Now this allows me to walk up. I can tell, oh, Blitz is here with his shield. I can tell this is a drone, and I know that's where the diffuser is. What I'm trying to tell you to do is to make sure use your overclocks not sparingly until you have one. That's when you should spare it. Spare the one for the late round and deny that plan. Now for the rest of the video, I'll be walking you through every item on the attacking side that you can see with your IO scanner. Now a good rule of thumb quickly, you can see drones, you can see phones, and you can see claymores. Apart from that, every secondary gadget you can't see, and if they're not on this list, you can't see them. So that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Go follow my Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok, all in the description of this video. Thank you to Tala for helping me go through every operator on attack and check whether I can see him with Spec IO. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next week, and I love you.